Today we want to introduce to you a famous cancer researcher from Germany. His name is Lothar Hirneise. He is leading a cancer center in the town of Stuttgart in Germany, where patients undergo very different treatments than usually given. Stay till the end, because what you will see here you probably have never seen or heard before. Lothar Hirneise states, he knows all the oncologists, he has traveled the world, and also he knows all the healing methods for cancer there are. He says, that cancer is not inherited, nor it has too much to do with toxins. Toxins, yes, but maybe only 5% or less. If a smoker gets lung cancer, that is a cofactor, because there are millions of smokers who do not get it, he states. There are some clear causalities, like if someone works with asbestos. But smoking or eating not so healthy foods is not a clear causality. But why do some people get cancer and others not, if toxins are not the real culprit behind? When it comes to sugar, we get already another picture. Cancer likes sugar, so the ketogenic diet people have a point. But they do not have adrenaline on the screen, which could be the reason why a ketogenic diet alone does not do the trick easily. No worries, we will not tell you to stop eating sugar. Lothar Hirneise goes back to the 1930 when Otto Warburg got a Nobel Prize for discovering the role of oxygen, when it comes to sugar in cancer. His findings represent a postulate in medicine and are a given fact until this day. It is called the Warburg Effect. Insulin plays a very important role in our body, but so does adrenaline. Both work normally harmonically together, while taking the sugar out of the system. There is a correlation between adrenaline and insulin, which brings us back to the Warburg Effect. Adrenaline takes sugar out of your cells very rapidly in a kind of fight and flight mode. What happens when you are always high on adrenaline? Sooner or later, you will be worn out and there will be not much left. Then your cells will switch to a fermentation mode. Since adrenaline is a stress hormone, you might think, cancer patients have stress and they have a high adrenaline level. The opposite is true. Cancer patients have almost zero adrenaline, because they have it all worn out. And what happens to cells that lack adrenaline? They are flooded with sugar and as a result, they switch gears from burning to fermentation, the Warburg effect of cancer. This is simply a survival mode. This fermentation mode is the real danger when it comes to cancer development, Warburg effect. Who burns adrenaline the most? Our modern lifestyle brings us all in an adrenaline burning mode. An ordinary working day means for most of us, that we are burning adrenaline. We cannot add adrenaline as an injection. It has a very short half-life. The only way to protect ourselves is by producing less. Lothar Hirneise goes one step further and says, that this adrenaline process is responsible for who gets cancer and who not. Cancer might well be a result of a very stressful happening in your past. According to Lothar Hirneise, this theory has been proven over and over again. Cancer patients are all low on adrenaline. There must have been something in their past why this is the case. At a first glance, you might think it is a good thing. Low on adrenaline equals low on stress. But the opposite is the case. These persons simply have burned up all their adrenaline, there is nothing left and their cells are in a fermentation mode. He compares it with an airplane, where you cannot repair an engine while it is flying. You have to bring it down, park it in the hangar and repair it there. The same happens to cancer patients, you have to calm down their entire system and bring it back to a parasympathicus state. The parasympathicus is the relaxing state, while the sympathicus is the activation state. We can only repair anything in the parasympathicus state and the repair is being done at night. You want to fight cancer, it has to be done at night only. Yoga, meditation, talking about problems in the past are certainly some ways to get into the parasympathicus state, according to Lothar Hirneise. But we know another trick, that brings you to a permanent parasympathicus state, and that is melatonin, especially in high dosages. As Dr. Lawrence says, high dosages of melatonin is the best anti-stress remedy there is. This is not only at nighttime, this extends over a 24-hour circle. This is one reason why melatonin is your biggest friend when it comes to cancer fighting and prevention. There are many other reasons, like carrying out senescent cells by activating your pineal gland and synchronizing 50 million cells per minute. Discharge all these old cells and at the same time replacing them all with new cells. This is the work done by your pineal gland, while synchronizing your inner clock. In fact, the NIH has published countless papers on melatonin and cancer. A simple Google search reveals already 1.5 million results on this term alone, NIH melatonin and cancer. Why would there be so many research papers, if there is no evidence? Of course, the last sentence is always, promising results in healing and prevention. In vivo and in vitro. But more data is needed. There is always more data needed when there is a billion-dollar industry involved, which has to be protected. The evidence is all there. Lothar Hirneisen states that between 60 to 90% of his cancer patients have no more adrenaline left. How do you test for adrenaline levels? Mostly measured with a urine test, instead of a blood test. This brings us to a doctor in the 80th. Her name was Dr. Waltrofrida. She wrote many papers on just this subject, and also realized that all of her cancer patients were low on adrenaline. She came to the following conclusions. Who will survive cancer? The patients who are able to increase their adrenaline levels again, she stated. But unfortunately nobody thinks in this direction. The Warburg Effect is being widely ignored. Now, according to Lothar Hirneisen, there is only one possibility to bring up your adrenaline once again, and that is not to use up any adrenaline anymore. Stay calm, change your lifestyle, get all stress out of your life. Well, this brings us back to melatonin again. Did we not learn from the experts in this field that high doses of melatonin increases all hormones and level out all hormonal activities? Then this also includes adrenaline. The more happy you are, the less adrenaline you use up, Lothar Hirneisen states. But how can you be happy when you have cancer? And how to measure happiness anyway? Well, ask yourself when you go to bed in the evening, is there anything you are looking forward to for tomorrow? And, did I feel energized when I got up this morning? If you can answer both questions with a clear yes, then you are on a good way. This article from a meditation site says that researchers from Rutgers University found out that meditation boosts your melatonin levels by up to 300%. Melatonin is also referred to as the happy hormone and the one that keeps you relaxed and in a good mood. Have your adrenaline levels checked if you are in a cancer situation. Then if low, use any measure that relaxes your system for months or even years to come. You want to win this battle. Thanks for watching.